Anyway, thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here. Yield has really started to take off over the last few years. 2010 we did 42 events, 2011 we did 43, 2012 we did 53 events, and this year we are on schedule to top at least 60 to 65. So that's a lot of activities that Yield is doing. Fortunately, I'm getting some assistance from other members that have joined the association, and some of my workload has been spread around a little bit. Because of the appearance of the Yield program, we use a retired highway patrol car. We had to retire our old 95 Chevy Caprice that actually was the new highway patrol car because we twisted the frame on with the power we had in it. So we found ourselves an old 2000 Camaro retired highway patrol car and transferred all the drivetrain into that, into the Camaro. And also lost about 1,500 pounds in the process. So our performance in the car has been enhanced considerably. As an example, the 95 Chevy, we barely got the front wheels off the ground. The Camaro, we're lifting the front end probably 4 to 6 inches every time we launch. And because it's the same motor and everything that is in the Caprice, it's very loud. When we go to a school or community event and we fire this up, the kids, and kids of all ages, I might add, really like the sound of the car. It does sound very well. It's got about 630 horse, so it barks out pretty good. When we go into the schools afterwards and talk to kids, we put on a presentation. We have several PowerPoints that we can choose from. They actually sit down and they listen. We don't get the groups of chatty caddies that are off the side on the cell phones. They're actually paying attention to what we're saying, which is kind of amazing for most schools. As an example, we were up in Fort St. John in Dublin last weekend, and we did everything from elementary schools right up through the grade 12s. And even the elementary kids, of course our presentation is substantially different for them, but they, even at that early age, really appreciate a race car. Let's face it, everybody sort of has they like police cars, and a lot of people like race cars. So you combine both of them, and it's a win-win situation, especially with the kids. The high school students, again, we don't get anybody on cell phones. They're all paying attention, and when they come up and talk to us afterwards, they actually have some very pertinent questions and comments. One of the comments has been surfacing quite often is that they resented being told they had to wear a seatbelt because it was a law. Now they understand why they have to wear a seatbelt. So if they're actually getting that much information out of our presentations, we're actually able to save their lives. So, like I said, I'm reading a rush this afternoon, and I certainly appreciate coming out and talking with you guys, and really appreciate the support that we've received from the Spruce Grove Rotary. Without organizations such as yourselves helping out, we can't do what we do, and we're just being very effective in reaching out to the kids. And as we get known more by various detachments throughout the province, our requests are coming in for more and more events to go to. And we hate turning down an event. This year we have the Camaro. Hopefully by next year we'll have completed our second project vehicle, 2006 Mini Cooper. It's going to be done up black and white retro style. We've got the old 70s style dome light for it, and the old police stop fender light. A lot of you guys will recall those. And it will actually go. We're going to change it from front wheel drive to rear wheel drive, and it'll actually be faster than the Camaro. The Camaro does about 123 miles an hour in 10.9 seconds. The University of Alberta is partnered with the Yield Association, and the preliminary design phase on the Mini, and they figured it'll do 130 miles an hour in 10 seconds on batteries. So it's going to be a full electric dragster as a Mini police car. That in itself is going to be such an invaluable teaching aid when we go into the schools to show the kids what they can do firsthand in a practical sense of continued education. So we're really excited about getting that Mini going. And we have one other project we're working on, hopefully to have going by the end of this year, is a S10 pickup done as a fire truck for our fire department members to be able to have some ownership of the vehicle, take out the track and take it to schools and community events as well. It all boils down to lifestyle choices, trying to get them to recognize and make those proper lifestyle choices, and the traffic safety. Just using a bit of common sense out there, and so far, from the response we've been getting from the kids, that seems to be paying off. So thank you very much, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Yes?
Gord, is it true that after you get your car washed, you speed down the highway and drive up better?
I have actually had that excuse used on one time. He wanted his car to drive before it got dusty. It didn't work.
Didn't work?
Gord, I was just wondering, are you racing at the Speedway?
Racing at Casper Raceway is our home track, yes.
Right, and so do you ever advertise when you're doing that?
We have a Facebook site, and if you Google Yield Association, it'll take you to our Facebook site, and we post our events that are going to be on there. We are in the process of actually building a website, and we hope to have that up by mid-July.
Okay.
I'd like to credit our fellow Rotarian. It doesn't drive faster after the car wash. It drives faster if you speed.
What's a few words? I have one question actually, Gord. Can we as Rotarians, can we get there and maybe participate in this in any way if we wanted to?
As Rotarians, if you want to come out to the track, I'd be happy to provide you with some entry passes to come out to the track and see what we do firsthand at the track. And we usually go on the Friday nights. We don't race on the bracket races. Friday night is when anybody can bring their vehicles out and actually run against us.
Can you take one of us if there was a possibility? Can you have a passenger in the car with you, or is it just the one?
We have that second seat in the car, yes.
The Mini. To develop that type of energy or power, what is it, basically a battery?
No. The question was, how does the Mini develop the power necessary to get that kind of performance? We're using a lithium-ion polymer battery, and each battery pack is made up of little pouches. I think there's 188 pouches in series per battery pack. We're going to be running 2 of those in the car. It is, and it is really cool about that part, because our top of our batteries can be clear Exxon. Each of the pouches have an amber, red, and a green diode on them, and it shows the status of that cell. So when our car is fully charged, it will have a glow, green glow at the inside of the car. And as kids are really visual and they're learning and getting their attention, that's really going to be a bonus for us. But we're going to be running, I think it's 388 volts and 1800 amps. And 10 amps will fry you. So this is one of the things we've partnered with the University of Alberta's senior engineering class, and they designed our battery management system. So we're going to have a safe vehicle.
How much space does that battery actually occupy?
The batteries will be mounted probably mid-car in behind the driver's seat and passenger seat, and we're using two 11-inch diameter DC motors, they're both that long each. They'll be in series or carbon parallel, coaxial, one behind the other. One's a warp, one's a transport. One works better at low speeds, and the other one works better at high speeds. And that will be running through a line-flow racing transmission. So
I'll build a whole.
it is going to be cutting-edge technology that's going to be in this race car, and that's what's really going to be able to take to the schools and impress with the kids.
I just wondered, are you getting any government funding, any school board funding?
We get nothing from the school board. Last year we got money from the Alberta Traffic Safety Fund. However, we can't apply for those 2 years in a row, and it has to be a separate or different avenue where we spend that funding. We're just making an application to it's an Alberta agency, Climate Control Central, and they're the people who collect the carbon tax from the large polluters, and they're supposed to be reinvesting those funds into alternate fuels for in the community. Honorable Doug Corner is one that put us onto that, and he's penning a letter of support along with Ken Lemke. So we're hopeful we're going to be able to get enough money to finish off the money.
Gord, Alberta Injury you would qualify very easily for the Alberta Injury Grant. June 1st was their last, they have 3 different kinds that you can put in that grant. It's a fairly easy grant to do, and there's somebody that will actually, you can talk to, and they'll run you through the whole thing and be in there. So one of their issues is, because I use it for coordinating suicide, is youth and youth programs and safety with youth programs, so they would definitely fund you.
Okay, we'll have to look into that.
that.
There's a bunch of them out there, and unfortunately,
Yeah, that's.
we're so busy and trying to get everything done.
Great, well, thank you very